Today, the first two episodes of a new animated Star Wars series, Maul, Shadow Lord, dropped on Disney+. Here's my review. So, as someone who grew up watching Star Wars The Clone Wars and to some extent Rebels, I really enjoyed the show. It feels like episodes that would be a story arc in those shows, even though it takes place post-Clone Wars in the early days of the Empire. The show did a great job of establishing that this is now a changed galaxy for the worse, that these are very dark times, how people are adjusting to the Empire taking over, and how there's no hope in the galaxy. The tone overall is bleak, and the character designs and animation are a little bit more grungy. Like, it has that Clone Wars Rebels look, but the characters look like they've got, like, kind of dirt on their face. It's kind of a dirtier look to the art, which I really enjoyed. It looks very grungy to me, which really helps establish the tone. And to me, this felt like a Star Wars version of the Gotham TV show from about 12 years ago, because it's part detective and cop show, and also kind of a mob show to some degree as well. Like, there's a character who's a cop that's investigating assassinations from the various crime syndicates, and there's other crime syndicates conspiring as rival syndicates. So it's kind of like how Jim Gordon and Harvey Bullock were investigating, like, Fish Mooney and the Penguin, and how the Penguin was conspiring against Fish, and Fish was conspiring against Salvin Tony. You know, if you've seen Gotham, you know what I'm talking about. It feels like a Star Wars version of Gotham. I also really enjoyed seeing that Maul has his own gang of his species, the Zabrak. We didn't get to see much of them in previous Star Wars visual media. Like, we saw Savage Opress in Clone Wars, but that's about it. So it's cool to see that he has his own gang of his own species now. However, in these first two episodes, they don't really do much of consequence, other than provide some cool action scenes. Like, they're not that fleshed out yet. They don't have any dialogue. Their dynamic with Maul hasn't really been that fleshed out yet. They just are there to do some cool action scenes. So hopefully as the show goes on, they become more fleshed out, because I want to learn more about Zabrak. I kind of want to see his dynamic with his brothers, to some degree. So hopefully as the show goes on, we get more of that. The show is incredibly fast-paced with its chase scenes and its action scenes, and it never struggles with its pacing. My inner 12-year-old was very delighted. This was a fantastic first two episodes. Maul Shadowlord is a great argument for joining the dark side. So go ahead and share your thoughts on the first episodes of Maul Shadowlord, and I'll see you next time.